Welcome to T1 Academy. Welcome back to our reasoning series. In our series, we already done with the coding and decoding, blood relations and all these things. Now today we are going to discuss one more concept, that is direction sense test. In every examination, you can see a minimum of one question, an easy concept. You should not lose mark at any cost from this concept. Why? Because very easy to score and you will get the answer very quickly if you solve it perfectly. Okay. Now see here, when it comes to this directions, before going to the actual concept, let us discuss few things here, students. What are the few basic things which you should know here is, we all know what are the major four directions, students. What are the major four directions? North, south, east and west. These are the major four directions which we have. From this, what are the directions which we can write? Northeast, okay, southeast, southwest and northwest. Right? These are the four sub directions which we can write by the combination of these four major directions. Now see here, students, in our concept, when we are discussing our concept, especially with the direction sense, what happens here for us is, if two persons are in a straight line, that means assume that A is here and B is here. A is here and B is here. Now what happens here? I can say that A is north to B. A is north to B. And similarly, if I want to tell B with respect to A, what I can write here? B is south of A. B is south of A or south to A. Now please see here, students. Until and unless they are in a straight line, then only I can call them as north and south. Similarly, if it is the case, the same case with the east and west also. If they are in a straight line, then only we call them as north, south, east and west. Okay. If they deviate by a small angle, what I mean to say here is, see here, students. A is here and assume this is the straight line with A and this is that point. Now if B comes a slight towards this side, now see here, with respect to A means I will put a plus mark at A, and if it is straight I will say north. If it is towards this side I will say east, and all this region, this entire region comes under what? Southeast. Same logic. See here, except the straight line angles, all this area falls under southeast. Entire this area falls under northeast. And this area falls under northwest, and this area falls under southwest. So if they deviates by a small angle also, everything comes under southeast, northeast, northwest or southwest. Okay. So please keep this thing in your mind. At any cost, we are going to follow this rule. Next, in our problems, while solving the problems, students, we will have turns. So a left turn or a right turn. Generally, we will have turns. While solving the problems, we will come across these things. What happens to this left turn? For example, a person who is moving towards north, Assume that if the person is moving towards north and he took a left turn, So that means the person is moving towards north and he took a left turn, right? So left means this is the direction. So turn means we will always consider it as a 90 degrees turn, students, whether it is left turn or right turn. For example, the same person, if he is moving towards north and he took a right turn, means here also definitely we will take a 90 degrees turn. In our concept, left turn or right turn means exactly a 90 degrees turn. Don't think that, sir, left turn means it can be left, it can be right, like this. No, ma. A left turn means 90 degrees turn, right turn. Whatever the turns which we take while solving the problems, always it will be what? A 90 degrees turn only. A 90 degrees turn. Okay, good, superb. Next, there are some four friends. Assume A, B, C and D. Now please see here, if I want to tell the position of C. Now see here, the position of C will change with respect to whom we are telling. For example, what is the position of C with respect to B? Position of C with respect to B. With respect to B, he is towards east of B, right? Towards east of B. This is B, and to this east direction I have B. Now with respect to D, the same position with respect to D. What happens with respect to D means I will put a plus mark at D. So when I extend these lines, this area everything comes under what? Northeast, right? So with respect to D, position of C will become what? Northeast. Northeast to D. Northeast to D. Now with respect to A, the same position. What it becomes? This is south and this is east. All this entire area falls under what? Southeast. So with respect to A, what is the position of C? It will be southeast. Southeast to A. So the same person B, with respect to B, it is one answer, with respect to D, it is one answer, and with respect to A, it is another answer. So here, with respect to whom we are telling the direction, that is very, very important for us. Based on that only, we will tell our final answer. Okay, based on that, with respect to which point, whatever it is, if I want to tell with respect to this center point means I will put a plus mark at this center, and according to that plus mark, I will tell yes, from this center he is towards the east. Towards the east. Like this, with respect to whom we are finding the direction, there we will put a plus mark, and then we will draw the diagrams. Right? Next important thing. In this concept students, we need to track the path of the candidates, path of the person. Usually we will need to track the paths of the persons. So when we are tracking, please observe here students. For example, a person's tracking position is something like this. Okay, initially he moved 10 meters, and then to right 5 meters, and then to his left 5 meters. Assume this is his tracking position. Now, I will give you a small sentence. A person first moved north for 10 meters and then took a right turn and walked 5 meters, and then took a right turn and covered 15 meters. What is his position? What is his position with respect to starting point, or in which direction he is from the starting point, whatever it may be, they may ask us. Now see here students, when tracking, here I will need to track the path, right? So when tracking, now see here a person, assume that he is at this point. He initially moved towards north for what distance? 10 meters, sir. Okay, 10 meters. And then next he took a right turn and walked for what distance? 5 meters. Okay, he took a right turn and he walked for 5 meters. And then took a right turn and covered 15 meters. Okay, sir, he took a 15 meters. 15 meters, right? Is this correct? And what is his position with respect to the starting point means? What you will tell? Okay, this is north, sir, this is east. Our answer is northeast. Is this correct here? No. What is the mistake we are doing here? See here students, the basic mistake which we are doing here is, we are drawing an approximated diagram. Yes, am I correct? Yes, sir. Why? Because we cannot draw a 10-meter line on the paper. Okay. So anyway, we are drawing an approximate diagram. Draw with some common sense. What is, sir, means? See here, this is 10 meters, right? Next he walked what distance? 15 meters. So definitely this line should be little bit, at least, if not exactly in the ratio or something like that, at least some differentiation should be there. Yes. So if this is 10 meters, the 15 meters line should be little bit lengthier than this 10, at least. If not exactly more exact, sir, 15 is half of 10, so I will draw more of. It is not like that. When you are drawing an approximate drawing, draw with some at least common sense. So draw a line which is lengthier than this initial position. Now this is his final position. Now if I want to find in which direction is he from the starting point. Now actually in which direction? From the starting point he is towards the southeast. From the starting point he is towards his southeast. So that will be our answer. So while drawing the diagram, draw with some common sense, so that it will be very clear for us to get the answer. So if it is equal lines, so for example, you move towards 10 and then right, and next 10 means make sure that these two are parallel. Make sure that these two are parallel. 10, 5, 10 means definitely he will come to parallel to this position, right? Once again, yes, he will come parallel to this position. So try to match the positions parallelly. Okay, in this manner, draw with some common sense when you are drawing the diagrams. That is very, very important for us. At any cost, you should not miss this one, students. And the next thing, here we will use the Pythagoras theorem a lot. What does Pythagoras theorem tells us? In a right angled triangle, what it tells us? This is hypotenuse, we call it as hypotenuse, right? And these two are sides. In a right angle triangle, side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square. Side square plus side square is equal to what? Hypotenuse square. So in our concept, we are going to use this one a lot. Why, sir, and where? Now see here, if they ask us the distance between the starting point and initial point here itself. So what you will do, we need to find this one. We need to find this one. So if I want to find the distance between the starting and ending point, I need to find this distance. Now please see here, if I extend this one, if this is 10, what about this, students? 10, right? Okay, if this is 10, what about this distance? That also becomes 10, sir. Yes, that is correct. Now if this is overall 15, what about this, students? What about this? This will become what? 5 meters. If this is 5 meters, what about this? This also becomes 5 meters. So if I want to find the shortest or the distance between the starting point and the final point, here this looks like a right angle triangle, right? It looks like a right angle triangle. Yes, it is a right angle triangle. Okay, it looks like a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, what we can say? Side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square, right? So what happens here for me? 5 square plus 5 square is equal to, assume it as some x or something. That is equal to x square, right? So what happens to my x square here? 50. And when I want x, what it becomes? Root over 50, which in turn becomes what? 5 root 2. So the distance between my starting point and final position is what? 5 root 2. Like this in different cases. See, this is just a simple example, but in general we need to track different paths where we will use this Pythagoras theorem. Okay, where side square plus side square is equal to hypotenuse square. So this is one of the major use of this one here. We will use these things a lot and that one. Now along with that, now we will have some questions based on sunrise, students. What is this sunrise and sunset, sir? See, we will have some cases based on sunrise and sunset. What actually? How with this sunrise and sunset is related to our concept, sir? Means, please see here, students. For example, in the morning hours, usually where the sun will be there? Sun will be there in the east, or else we also call, right, sun rises at east. Sunrise at east, yes, sir. So morning sun will be in the east direction. So we know that this is east, west, north and south. Right? For example, if two persons are there, they are standing in this direction. Okay, they are talking to each other face to face. Now in the morning hours, where the shadows of these persons will fall? Here, right? Where the shadows of these persons will fall? Here. The same persons in the evening hours, where my sun will be there? My sun will be here. Sun sets at west, right? So sun comes towards west, and the same persons and same positions. Where the shadows of this person will fall? Towards this direction, right? Towards this direction. Now, if two persons are standing in these positions, is there any chance to fall the shadows in this direction or in this direction? Whether it is morning or evening, will the shadows fall to the in front of them or behind them? No, right? These cases are not at all possible for them. That means if two persons are facing towards north and south, okay, if two persons facing towards north or south, if two, not only two person, if any person, okay, instead of two, you can use any person who is facing who is facing towards north or south, his shadows, his or her shadows will fall towards their left or right. Towards their left or right. Whether it is morning or evening, it doesn't matter for us. If any persons, or in vice versa also we can say, if the shadows of the person are falling to their left or right, if the shadows of the persons are falling to their left or right means, obviously they will face what? Either they will face north or they face south. Whether it is morning or evening, that is secondary. That is secondary, but if the shadows are falling towards their left or right means the persons are facing what? North or south. Simple. And vice versa. If the persons are facing towards north or south means their shadows will fall obviously to their right or left. Right or left. Anything will be happened like this or like that. Okay. Now similarly, for example, same. In the morning hours, we all know sun will be here, and assume that two persons are talking to each other face to face in this direction. Where the shadows of these persons will fall? Towards this direction, right? What it is? Back of this person and in front of this person. Am I correct? And similarly in the evening hours. So sun will be in the westward direction and the same two persons are standing and they are speaking to each other. Where the shadows will fall? Towards the back of this person and in front of this person, right? Now tell me, is there any chance to fall for them towards the right or left, here or here? I am speaking about the ideal condition, students. Don't say that, sir, sometimes the shadows will fall crossly, sometimes towards cross, left, cross. It is not like that. I am speaking purely based on the ideal condition. So here there is no chance to fall to their right or left, right? So that means if the persons, if any person's shadow is in front or behind them, then the person will face either east or west. Okay. So if the shadows fall in front of them or behind them, the person will face either east or west. Similarly, if the shadows are falling to, if the person are facing towards east or west means their shadows will fall in front of them or behind them. Shadows falling to left right means what we will consider left and right. Means either they will face north or south. North or south. If the shadows are falling towards in front of them or behind them means what? In front and behind them means what are the chances? They will face either east or west. East or west. Please try to remember these two things, students. Why? Because in the questions they will never say where the shadows are happening or what is happening. They will just say in the morning or in the evening. We should understand morning and evening means in the morning sun rises at east, in the evening sun sets at west. So based on that logic, we will try to solve our problems. That is very, very important thing here, students. Okay. Next, one more thing which I want to discuss with you regarding the same thing is, now for example, students, if you observe carefully, a person is moving towards north, okay, and he took a right turn, means I will take a 90 degrees turn, right? That is the thing I told you. Yes, sir. Okay, but we will have some special cases based on degrees turning. What is this degree turning, sir? Means instead of using right left, they will say that clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. What is this clockwise and anti-clockwise, students? If you observe carefully, in this clockwise and anti-clockwise, what usually happens? Clockwise means what? Right turn. Am I correct or not? This is clockwise. Anti-clockwise means what? Left turn. Okay. But don't worry. They will say angles only in anti-clockwise and clockwise. What you will do is, in this type of cases, read the question. You will use the word clockwise, anti-clockwise for multiple times. Write all the clockwise at one portion and add them. All these angles add. Clockwise sum. Add all the clockwise and clockwise sum, you find it out. And the next, take all the anti-clockwise directions and add the anti-clockwise directions. Okay, add the anti-clockwise directions. You will get sum here and you will get some anti-clockwise sum here. This sum in degrees and this sum in degrees. Observe the difference. Observe the difference. Observe the difference. And whichever the sum is more, and if it is clockwise is more, then the difference. For example, you got here some 270 and here you got some 180. So difference is what? 90. And what is the, which one is more? Clockwise is more, right? So 90 degrees clockwise. So just move this one from the starting position. Just move 90 degrees in clockwise direction and tell your final answer. That's it. For example, if anti-clockwise is more, from the initial position, just move that difference in anti-clockwise direction and then tell your final answer. So if the question is based on this clockwise and anti-clockwise, make all the clockwise as a group and add it. Make all the anti-clockwise as a group and add it. And later, while solving the problem, we will see it practically, students, what will happen. But as of now, take this one. Take all the clockwise as one group, all the anti-clockwise in one group, and then solve it. Right? This is the procedure and this is the approach we will solve in case of these directions. Next thing, in this anti-clockwise and clockwise, sometimes they will say that a person is moving in northward direction, okay, took a right turn, and then from this position, okay, he moved 45 degrees in clockwise direction. From this position, 45 degrees. He is moving in this direction, students. He is moving in this direction, and from this, he took a 45 degrees clockwise direction. So 45 degrees clockwise direction means, tell me whether I should take this as my answer or this one as my answer. This first position or second position. Here, after coming to this, he is moving 45 degrees in clockwise. 45 degrees in clockwise. Tell me which direction I should consider, this one or this one. Now, we should consider the first one, students. Why, sir? What is the reason? What is his actual path? This is his actual path, right? From the actual path, he is getting deviated by 45 degrees. Understood? From the actual path, he is getting deviated by 45 degrees. So, this is his actual path. From this, he is getting deviated by 45 degrees. If it comes to this one, this will become what actually? 135 degrees. From the actual path, he will deviate to 135. So, this is wrong. So, 45 degrees clockwise means you will consider this one. Okay. So, these are all the basic things which is important for us to solve the problems of this direction sense test. Okay. These are the basic things. Very simple things, but you should know. Now, we will try to solve the problem, students, so that it becomes easy for you to understand. Now, see the first question. Now, see here. Mr. Deepak Mohan walks 5 kilometers towards the south. Towards the south means what? Assume this is his point. This is his position. Towards south means what, students? Downward. Towards south. He walked what distance? 5 kilometers. Okay. So 5 kilometers. Now he is walking what? 5 kilometers. Now he is walking what? 5 kilometers. What direction is he facing now? Now from the starting point. What direction is he facing now from the starting point? This is the starting point, right? Not facing, I should use the word. In which direction is he from the starting point? I should change that one. In which direction is he from the starting point? In which direction is he from the starting point? Okay, in which direction is from the starting point? So, the starting point is, this is the starting point. We know this is south and this is what? West. All this entire region. Is he straight to this one? No. Is he straight to this one? No. So, in this entire region comes under what? Southwest. So, our answer here becomes southwest. So, our answer here becomes southwest. This is how we need to track the path, and after tracking you need to write the answer. So, our answer here becomes southwest. Now, see the next one. Now, see this question, students. Pause the video and try to solve it simultaneously so that it will be easy. Soumya Krishnan walked 20 meters towards the north. Okay. 20 meters towards north. Okay, fine. Then she turned right. Turned right means what? North and right, this one. And walks 30 meters. Okay. And she walks 30 meters. Then she turns right. Now she turns right and walks what? 35 meters. Now turning right means downward. Students, as I have already told you, this is 20 and now she is walking what? 35 meters. So make sure that you draw a line lengthier than this initial position. 35 meters. Then she turns left. Now she is moving in this direction. Turning left means what, students? This direction. Turns left and walks 15 meters. Okay, now she walked 15 meters. Finally, she turns left and walks 15. Now she is turning left and she is walking what? 15 meters. In which direction and how many meters is she from the starting point? Now please see here, students. Initially 20, this is 20, this is overall 35 and this is a 15. 20 plus 15 is 35, right? 20 plus 15 is what? 35. So that means indirectly she came once again parallel to the starting point. Once again parallel to the starting point. So obviously now 20, this is 35 and 15. Everything is matching, right? Yes, sir. Now, in which direction and how many meters is she from the starting point? This is the starting point. Anyway, she is straight to the starting point. And what is the direction, students? East. And what is the distance? This is 30 means this also becomes 30. If this is 15 means what about this one? This also becomes 15. So 30 plus 15 becomes what? 45 meters to east. 45 meters east. That will be our answer here. So just please be careful, 20 and 15 and this one is 35. So effectively it will be a straight line path. Effectively it will be a straight line path. Okay, understood? Right. Now solve the next one. Everyone pause the video and try to solve it. Joey is walking towards north for 15 miles. Okay, towards north for what? 15 miles. Okay. Turns left and walks another 10 miles. Turns left and walks another 10 miles. He turns right and walks 10 miles. Person who is moving in this direction turning right means up. And he walks what? 10 miles. Now he again turns right and walks 30 miles. Once again he turned right and he walked what? 30 miles. Which direction is he from the starting point? Which direction is he from the starting point? Now see here, students, this is 10 and this is 30 means obviously we will cross this straight line path, right? So this is the starting point. This is what? East and this is what? North. So this is his final position. Is he straight to the starting point? No. Is he straight to this one? No. So this entire region comes under what? Northeast. So our answer here becomes northeast. Okay, understood? This is how you are going to solve the examples. Next one. Solve this one. Morris is facing north. Okay. North means what? Upward direction. He walks 10 kilometers. That means in the same direction he will walk 10 kilometers. He turns 270 degrees anti-clockwise and walks 15 meters. Okay. Now here, students, see, he is walking some distance. He is not staying at the same position. If he is staying at the same position and turning, then it is fine. But he is walking some distance and then turning, right? So here don't do that cancellation procedure which I have told you earlier. We will see those questions later. But this is little bit different one. He is facing north and he walked 10 kilometers. He turns 270 degrees in anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise means what? Leftward direction and 270. If he turns, see here, students, if he turns exactly 180 means he will come back to this back position. 270 means what? Now he came to this direction, right? He turns 270 from this position in anti-clockwise. Okay, from here he is getting deviated and he is covering what? 270 degrees. Up to here 90, 180 and 270. So now he came to this position and walks what? And walks 15 kilometers. Now he is walking what? 15 kilometers. Okay, sir. Now he is walking 15 kilometers. Now again he turns 45 degrees clockwise. Clockwise means what? Rightward direction and he is walking what? And again he is turning what? 45 degrees only. Okay. Please be careful. He is taking a, this is 90 and this is 0. 45 degrees turn and he is covering what distance? And he is walking 25 kilometers. Which direction is he facing now? Which direction is he facing now? Now he is facing which direction, students? Which direction is he facing? This is which direction? This is southeast. He is facing which direction now? He is facing southeast. Southeast. Is this correct? Is this correct or wrong? Tell me one thing. So he is facing which direction? Southeast direction. Okay. He is facing southeast direction. Right. Next one. Solve this one, students. Everyone pause the video and try to get the answer. A boy walks 12 kilometers towards east. Okay. A boy is from, assume this is his point, and from here he walked 12 kilometers towards east. Okay. He turns 90 degrees in clockwise direction. 90 degrees in clockwise means right turn. And walks 20 kilometers. Now he is walking 20 kilometers. Then he turned right. Now person who is walking in downward direction and turning right means what? And walked 33 kilometers. Now please see here, students, he walked what? 33 kilometers. Make sure that you draw a line lengthier than this 12. Why? Because now this is what? 33 kilometers. Now this is what? 33 kilometers. Okay. How far is he from the starting point? Now we need to find what is the distance between these 2 points. See here, students, already I told you we will take the help of Pythagoras theorem, right? Now how I can take that help? If I was able to find this distance. What is this distance? If this is a 20, this also becomes 20. Yes, sir. If this completely is 33 and this is what? 12, then what about this, students? This will become what? 21. 20 and 21, right? 20 and 21. So what is this distance? Assume it as some a. If you apply the Pythagoras theorem, what it becomes? A square is equal to 20 square plus 21 square. 20 square plus 21 square. Am I correct or not? This is 20 and this is 21. So a square value will become what for me here? 841. 841. So 841. So what happens to a now? A will become what? 29. Why? Because 29 square is 841. 29 square is what? 841. So our answer here becomes 29 meters, 29 kilometers. He is 29 kilometers away from his starting point. He is 29 kilometers away from his starting point. This is how you need to find the answer with the help of this Pythagoras theorem. Okay, right? Next one. Solve this one, students. Joseph walks 20 meters west from his house. Okay, assume that this is Joseph's house. He is walking 20 meters to the west of his house. Okay, west of his house. And after that, he turns 90 degrees clockwise. Clockwise means what? Right side. 90 degrees clockwise and walks 10. That means this one. And he walks what? 10 kilometers. This one is also 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, students. Please be careful. Okay, so then this is what? 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers. Okay, he turns right and walks 20 kilometers. Once again, he is turning right and he is walking what? 20 kilometers. Now, see here, students, initially this is 20. That means he came parallel to this point. Now, then he turns left and walks 6 kilometers. Turning left means upward. And he is walking what? 6 kilometers. Finally, he is going towards north. Right? Finally, he is going towards north. Yes. How far Joseph is from his house and in which direction? From his house, how much distance it is? This is 6 and this is 10. So overall this will become what? 16 kilometers. And in which direction? North. So 16 kilometers north will be our answer here. 16 kilometers north will be our answer here. Okay, understood? This is how the distance will be calculated here. Now next one. Solve this one, students. Everyone pause the video and try to get the answer for this one. What you will get here? Mary is walking towards southwest. Okay. Assume this is the point. Southwest means what? Okay, Mary is walking towards southwest. For 15 miles, she walked 15 miles. Okay, turns right and walks another 10 miles. Turns right means what? Upward. And walks another 10 miles. She turns 90 degrees clockwise and walks 10 miles. She turns 90 degrees clockwise and walks 10 miles. Now she again turns left and walks 30 miles. Now again she turned left and walked 30 miles. Which direction is she facing now? Which direction is she facing now, students? Which direction? She is facing which direction? Again turn left and walks 30 miles. Okay. Is this correct one for us? Is this a correct one? Is this a correct one? No. Why? What is the mistake which we have made? Now please see here, students. Initially she walked what? 15 miles in which direction? 15 miles in which direction? Southwest direction. And turns right. Right means already I told you what you will take. You will take a 90 degrees turn. But if I do this one, okay, now actually this is our actual position, right? From this 90 degrees turn means where it should go like this, right? But what I have done, I have taken like this, right? Because of that reason, it is wrong. So now 90 degrees turn. This is our actual path. From this 90 degrees means it will look like this. It will look like this. And she walks what? 10 miles. She walked 10 miles. She walked 10 miles. So definitely see here students, one thing is very clear. She is not going to come back to this straight line path once again. Why? Because this is 10 and this is 15. And then next, she turns 90 degrees in clockwise. Now she is moving in this direction. 90 degrees clockwise means what? It will become like this. Okay? And walks 10 miles. Now she again turns left. Again turns left means what? This is our actual path. Now again turns her left. So this is the left. And walks 30 miles. And walks 30 miles. Now which direction she is facing now? What is this direction, students? What is this direction? This is north and this is west. So this direction shows us what? This direction shows us what? North west. So our answer here becomes north west. So please be careful. 90 degrees turn, left or right turns means always you take a 90 degrees turn, whatever may be the situation. If you are moving in crossly, take there, from there itself 90 degrees. If you are moving in a straight line manner, okay, straight line there will be no issue. But when you are moving in cross sectional manner like this, so please be careful then. Okay, please be little bit more careful so that you will get the answer. Next one. X started to walk straight towards north. Okay, there is a person X and he started to walk towards what? South. Towards south means like this. After walking 5 meters, okay, he walked 5 meters, he turned to the left. Now he is walking 5 meters and he turned to the left means what, students? Which direction he will turn? This direction, right? He turned to his left and walked 3 meters, okay. After this, he turned right. Now the person is moving in this direction and he is turning right means what? Downward. And walked 5 meters. Okay. Now to which direction S is facing from the starting point? From the starting point, which direction is he facing? Now this is what? This is south and this is east. This entire region falls under what, students? South, east. Which direction X is facing from the starting point? Where it is starting point? This is the starting point, right? Now see here, towards, after walking 5 meters, he turned to the left. So left means which direction, students? This direction only. Okay. And he walked 3 meters. After this, he turned to the right means downward once again and walked 5 meters. Now to which direction S is facing from the starting point? From the starting point S is facing, the option is not there, but the answer is for us here southeast, students. S is facing towards southeast. Next one. Now see here, solve this one. Pause the video and try to solve this one, students. Make it fast. I drove 50 kilometers towards east from a city S. Okay. From a city S, I drove 50 kilometers towards east. Okay. And then turned right. And drove another 30 kilometers. 30 kilometers. Now I turned to my left. Now the person is moving in downward direction, right? Left means what? This direction. And now I turned to my left and drove another 30 kilometers. Now another 30 kilometers. Finally, I turned to my right. Right means what? Downward. And drove 30 kilometers to reach a city F. Now this is F. Find the shortest straight distance between cities S and F. Between cities S and F. Here also the same thing, students. We will try to apply the Pythagoras theorem. How, sir? Now please see this one. If I were able to find this distance, that is enough, right, for me. So now first of all, tell me what will be this distance? 30 plus 30, right? This distance will become what? 60 kilometers for me. Okay, this distance is C. What about this distance? 50 plus 30, this will become what? 80 kilometers. Am I correct or not? This becomes 60, this becomes 80, right? So now what happens to this one? I will need to find this one. So the same thing, 60 square plus 80 square is equal to, assume this as some a square. 60 square is what? 3600. 80 square is what? 6400. That is equal to what? A square. 3600 plus 6400, what it becomes? 10,000. That is equal to a square. What about a here, students? 100 meters, right? 100 kilometers. So the shortest distance between the cities S and F is how much here? 100 kilometers. The shortest distance between the cities S and F is here how much? 100 kilometers. Understood? This is how we are going to find the answers. Next one. Solve this one. Ajay drives 3 kilometers north. Okay. Now assume this is his position, Ajay's position. He is driving 3 kilometers towards north. Then he turns right and drives 4 kilometers. Okay, now he turns right and drives 5 kilometers. Turn right and drive means obviously he is going to pass this one and he drives 5 kilometers. Now turning left, the person who is moving in downward direction, turning left means this one. He drives 2 kilometers. Again he turns left and moves 2 kilometers. Left means upward and 2. Now please see here, students, this is 3, this is 5, this is 2. That means now he came parallel to his starting point. Okay. Again turns left and moves 2 kilometers. Finally turning left, he again walks 2 kilometers. Now he is turning left and he is walking 2 kilometers, means he came to this position now. In which direction and how far is he from the starting point? In which direction? East, and the distance is what? 4 kilometers east. Why? Because whatever the distance here I will have, the same distance I will have here. So 4 kilometers to the east. So 4 kilometers east will be our answer here. Okay, right? Next one. Harry walks 25 meters towards north from his friend's house. Okay, Harry is walking 25 meters towards north from his friend's house. Assume this is his friend's house. This is his friend's house. He is walking 25 meters towards north. So 25 meters towards north. Then he turns left. Left. The person who is moving upward left means this one. And walks what? 32 meters. And walks 32 meters. Right? He again turns left and walks 25 meters. Again turning left and walking 25 meters means he will come parallel to this starting point, right? Right? Further he moves 25 meters after turning to his right. Now the person is moving in this direction. Right means what? This one. And he is walking what? 25 meters. How far is he from his friend's house now? How far is he from his friend's house now? This is will be become what? 32. So 32 plus 25 it becomes what? 57. So he is 57 meters away from his friend's house now. He is 57 meters away from his friend's house. Understood? Right? Next one. A car travels 25 kilometers towards the south. Okay. A car is traveling what? 25 kilometers towards the south. South means downward. So 25 kilometers towards south from garage. Next, that means this is the garage position. It turns left and travels 30 kilometers. Moving in this direction, turning left means what? This one. Okay. It turns left and it travels what? 30 kilometers now. Then turns right. The person is moving in this direction, turning right means what? This one. And moves 15 kilometers. How far is the car from the garage and in which direction? I need to find the distance and the direction here. Distance means the shortest distance. Okay. For that what I need to tell? This is 30, right? And this one will become what? Overall 25 plus 15, this becomes 40. So 40 a square is equal to what it becomes? First of all, 40 square plus 30 square. 40 square is what? 1600. 30 square is 900. So a square, a value will become what for me here? 50 meters. A value will become what? 50 meters. And in which direction from the starting point? This falls under what? Southeast. 50 meters southeast will be our answer here. 50 meters southeast is going to be our answer here. Understood? Right? The next one. Pause the video and try to solve this one. Ted drives a car 10 miles towards north from his office. Okay. He is driving a car 10 miles towards north from his office. Assume this is his office. He is covering 10 miles. Okay. He turns 270 degrees clockwise. Clockwise means what, students? I told you already, in right direction. So from here 270 degrees in clockwise means here to here 90, here to here 180, and he will come to this one. He turns 270 degrees in clockwise and drives 20 miles. Now he is driving what? 20 miles. Now he is driving 20 miles. Now he turns 270 degrees in anti-clockwise. 270 degrees anti-clockwise means what? Left turn, right? Left turn or not? Yes. So left turn means the person moving in this direction, left turn means this one. So up to here it will become what? 180. This one will become 90, 180. Person moving in this direction. Person moving in this direction, left turns. So this will become 90, 180, 270. And left turn and drives what? 270 degrees anti-clockwise. 270 degrees anti-clockwise and drives 37 miles. That means upward direction 37 miles. 37 miles. Finally, he reached his house after driving for 20 miles to his right. Now, after going 37 miles, now he is going what? 20 miles to his right. 20 miles to his right. So, then he reached his house. So, this is his house. So, overall what it is happening? How far is Ted's house from his office and in which direction? Ted's house from his office. How far, students? This is 37 and this is 10. Overall 47 kilometers. Okay, 47 miles. 47 miles. And in which direction? His house from his office. From his office, his house is to its north. So 47 north. 47 miles north. 47 miles north. Next one. Pause the video and solve it. John started from his house. Okay. John started from his house. Goes 25 miles west. Assume this is his house. He is going what? 21 miles west. 21 miles west. Then he turns 90 degrees clockwise. Clockwise means what, students? Right side. Right side. Okay, 90 degrees clockwise. And goes 20 miles. Now he is going what? 20 miles. What is the minimum distance should be covered by him to come back to his house? Come back to his house. What is the minimum distance he need to cover? That is the question, students, here. See, that means what? This is A, exactly a Pythagoras theorem. So, A square is equal to 20 square plus 21 square. So, A square will become what for me here? 400 plus 441. Okay, so A square will become what for me here? 841. So, A value will become what? 29 miles. So, you need to cover what? 29 miles to come back to his house. A simple question. A simple question. Right? Next one. Solve this one, students. Raju walks 80 meters towards south, then turns to his right and starts walking. Okay. Raju walks 80 meters towards what? South. So, 80 meters towards south. Okay. Then he is turning, then he turns to his right. Person moving downward, right means what? This direction. And starts walking and straight till he completes another 80 meters. Now he is moving 80 meters once again. Then again turning to his left. The person is moving in this direction and turning to his left means what? Downward. He walks 60 meters. He then turns to his left and walks 80 meters. Turning left means this direction and 80 meters means what? He came parallel to the starting point. Okay, he came parallel to the starting point. 80 meters. How far is he is from his initial position? This is 80 and this is 60. How far he is from his initial position? 140 meters. He is 140 meters from his initial position. He is 140 meters from his initial position. Next one. Pause the video and solve it. I drove 15 kilometers towards east from a city. Yes. The similar one already we solved, students, earlier also. Please have a look. The same question, repetitive one. Next question. Ahmedabad is the southwest of Bangalore. This is very, very important. This is little bit different question which we have solved other than the questions which we have solved till now. Ahmedabad is to the southwest of Bangalore. Okay. If I assume Bangalore is here, Ahmedabad is to its southwest. Okay. Southwest means where I should write? Where is the southwest for me here? This is southwest, right? So Ahmedabad will be somewhere here. Ahmedabad. Okay. Chennai is to the east of Ahmedabad. East of Ahmedabad means it can be here, 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 wherever it is east. But Chennai will be in a straight line. As of now, Chennai will be somewhere in these dots. It can be straight with Bangalore, or it can maybe before Bangalore, or it can be after Bangalore. Somewhere here I have Chennai. Next. Chennai is to the east of Ahmedabad and southeast of Bangalore. Southeast of Bangalore means obviously Chennai will go here, right? Why? Because this is southeast. So Chennai, for Bangalore, one side is Ahmedabad and one side is Chennai, and one thing is very clear, Ahmedabad and Chennai are in a straight line. Next. Delhi is to the north of Chennai. Delhi is to the north of Chennai means it can be here, parallel with Bangalore, or here. Okay. Delhi is to the north of Chennai, in line with Ahmedabad, Bangalore. In line with Ahmedabad, Bangalore means what? Ahmedabad, Bangalore. If I draw a line from Ahmedabad to Bangalore, and in the same line if I extend, I will have what? Delhi. So that means Delhi is here. Okay, Delhi is here. Okay. Now, in which direction of Bangalore is Delhi? In which direction of Bangalore is Delhi, students? This is north and this is east. Which direction of Bangalore is Delhi? This is towards its northeast. Understood? Understood? This is little bit different question than the questions which we have solved till now. Okay. So, this is how we are going to solve the problems. Okay. Right. Next one. A man is facing towards west. Now see here. This is degrees, students. This is degrees. I told you, right? Without any movement, if they turns. Now, a man is facing towards west. He turns through 45 degrees clockwise. Okay. 45 degrees clock. Again 180 degrees clock. Okay. 180 degrees clock. And then turns 270 degrees anti-clock. 270 degrees anti-clock. Is there any anti-clock one? No, right? So, what is the sum of this total clockwise directions? 225 degrees, sir. 225 degrees clockwise. And what is the sum of total anti-clockwise? Only one is there, but that is 270 degrees anti-clockwise. So, what is the difference between these two, students? What is the difference between 270 and 225? 45 degrees. So, 45 degrees, which one is more? Anti-clockwise. So, anti-clockwise. So, 45 degrees anti-clockwise. So, what is his initial position? A man is facing towards west, right? West means he is facing this direction. And in this direction, he is moving in what? 45 degrees anti-clockwise. Person in this anti-clockwise means what? Left side. So, that means he will come to this position, right? Effectively, he will come to this position. Yes, sir. In which direction is he facing now? Which is this direction, students? This is what? Southwest. This is what? Southwest. So, our answer here becomes southwest. Our answer here becomes for southwest. If you want to follow the question also, you will get the same answer, students. When you follow the question, what will happen? We will see it once. That means just tracking the position. A person is facing towards west, right? Yes, he is facing. Next, and turns 45 degrees clockwise means what? Right side. So, right 45 degrees. Yes, sir. And the next again 180 degrees in clockwise. This one is 180. So, this one exactly opposite 180, right? Yes. So, you will come to this one exactly opposite. And through 270 degrees in anti-clockwise in backward direction, right? So, that means 180 means once again he will come to this one, and from here 90 degrees means he will come to this one, and at last also this one will become what? Southwest for me. Anyway, you will get the same answer, but it will be little bit confusing. Instead of that, add all the clockwise, add all the anti-clockwise, and then solve it easily. You will get the answer. Okay. So, our answer here becomes what? Southwest. Southwest. Next one. Mayank walks 20 meters. Pause the video and just tell me the answer in the comment section, students. Pause the video and tell me the answer in the comment section. We will cross check it whether your answer is correct or not. Just do it. Right. Next one. This one also. Take this one and try to solve this one also, students. Please comment the answer in the comment sections. Okay. Right. Right. These are the questions which are based on our basic things. In our next video, we will see some more questions from this direction sense, students. Very, very important. So, please practice the questions carefully. Easy to score, and in every examination they will ask one question. So, you should practice a lot. Thank you. Thank you very much.